And the second speaker of our team is Nia, and the third speaker of our team is Zulfa. We are from Emblematic team. As we all know, gambling is already exists in this earth since 1,000 years ago, and gambling can't be removed because gambling will remain there as soon as human remains there. Because it has such a culture which still conducted from one generation to other generation. So today we will be debating about the motion that is us believe that we should legalize gambling. We as Emblematic team really agree with this motion because we want to increase the economy of this country or the financial of this country by legalizing gambling. I'm as the first speaker of this day will deliver my argument or my support or my supporting reasons according to social point of view, and the second speaker of our team will deliver her argument according to economic point of view, and the third speaker of our team who will strengthen and give a conclusion of our team's argument. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to debate, I would like to give the parameter. Here we agree that we should legalize gambling if there is a localization of gambling place, and there must have a regulation to control it. Ladies and gentlemen, before I go to give my argument, I would like to give the definition first from the keyword of this motion, so you can clearly understand what exactly this motion is. The keyword is gambling. What is gambling? Gambling is taking part in any game or events that you risk your money and or valuable things, and in order to win something of a greater value. Okay, maybe that's all the keyword. Now let me go to my argument. I will give my argument from society point of view. According to the social function, if we legalize gambling, we help to increase the moral of the society. Why I say like that? Because when you legalize gambling and there is a localization of gambling place, you can legalize. Because when you legalize gambling and there's a localization and it's controlled by the government, and there is a rule for someone or the gambler which can enter that place, then gambling will not exist in other place and will not damage other place except that those place that use for localization of that of gambling place. Then something like illegal gambling will never exist in normal society because they have their own location. This thing will be very useful to increase the morality of the children in the society. We can't deny that gambling is a bad habit, but we can warn them by putting a big board with gambling is not good for you sentence or something like that. So it shows that we don't support people to do bad things, but we already warn them, and it depends on their self want to do this or no. And want to do this or no. And also when there is a rule for gambler to which can enter that location, maybe and children will protect it from gambling itself, and they will not affected by a bad habit like gambling itself. Thank you. Legalize gambling. From this motion, we will give our time slip that we ask the opposite team or negative team strongly disagree from the motion that we should legalize gambling. We will continue our team split. I, Indra as the first speaker, and Putri Atia as the second speaker, and the last Lestari as the third speaker. Next, And as the affirmative team, we support this motion because we have several reasons to support our argument. But before we tell our argument, let me recap the some statement from the negative team. Okay, first, they say that gambling, if we legalize gambling, it will make appear violence, jobless, lost financials, and many other. First, we didn't agree with the statement. It will appear the violence because our solution in this case is we legalize the gambling, but we supply it by a special place that far from the society. So other social environment will not disturb or influenced by the gambling behavior itself because it was far. Only certain people can go there and only certain people can do gambling because there are many requirements to go there, like only adults and someone who have income more than for example 12 million rupiah can go there. So we just supply the gamblers to gambling in special place and cannot be make appear violence in the society's place. And the second is jobless. Gambling can will make jobless increase, but by gambling, by if we legalize gambling and supply it by special place, in that special place, maybe in my argument I will explain it more. It will increase the job field because society can sell in there, businessmen can open a restaurant, hotel, and many other. The society can be workers there, and it will decrease the unemployment. And okay, that's all my argument. I will explain it in my argument. I will tell you in economic point of view. First is legalize gambling in special place will increase national budget. Why I say like that? Because gamblers that will come in this place not only from Indonesia only, but also from foreign country. As we know that in Genting Highland, the special for gambling in Malaysia, the majority of the visitor there is Indonesian people. If Indonesian people go there and bring our money go there, then it will give disadvantage for our country because we can lose our money because our money go to other country, for example Malaysia. And by this special place, government can make the high requirement that so it will give more income and budget for our country. And based on news that we got from feedfannews.com, that Malaysia has a big income, and if Indonesia use that too, so we can use it for develop our economic, our health, and to increase society's welfare and to avoid the poorness for our society. We can use this in ground we cannot deny that gambling can appear to bad behavior for our lost work life, and many people become jobless, and financial hardship caused by their family, cause money problems such as crime, robbery, jobless, and corruption. That we should listening to. I have some point from the motion. Cause money problems such as crime, robbery, jobless, and corruption. Destroyed that children's future, money people divorce, increases crime, many people become jobless, lost for time, and financial hardship caused by economy. Many people divorce don't lead to domestic violence and homelessness. Once again, we strongly disagree from the notion that we should legalize gambling. Bankruptcies and cause money problems such as crime, robbery, jobless, and corruption. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And the second, in social point of view, we can remove gambling, but we can regulate gambling. So, didn't disturb the social environment because we can supply it by special place for gambling. The third, we didn't force someone to do something bad, but we already warned them, and after that, it depends for them. Government only manages it, so gambling will not wider to the normal society. The fourth is, gambling will increase the Indonesian budget and Indonesian income, and will decrease the unemployment and jobless. Five, gambling can increase the morality in the society because there is no illegal gambling which can bring them as fertile teenagers in the society. And six, we use our time well. And now we are going to the negative team's argument. First is, they only give us their argument without tell and explain to us why it will be like that or the reason why they disagree with the argument. And there is no proof, data, and logic analysis that they didn't give to us. And from first speaker and until the third speaker of them, they only give the same argument. And their argument is gambling can cause first violence, jobless, lost financials, and etc. And fourth, they didn't give us the solution to decrease the number of gambling itself. And then fifth, they didn't give us their team line and why did they stand for. And the last is, they just spend only really a little bit of their chance time while they still won. Okay, that's all. So now I'm going to end the conclusion that our team is better than negative teams. Thank you very much.
The time that has been given to me. My name is as the first speaker of this team, and the second speaker of our team is the Hardy and the third speaker of our team is We are from environmental team. In this era, many countries have been known death penalties for the corruptors, and probably the death penalty will be repeated that we should give that penalty to the corruptors. And Mr. President mentioned because we want to decrease the number of corruptors in Indonesia by that penalty. Before that, I would like to rebut some controversial statements from the negative team. Okay, first, they say that corruptor is the human, and we didn't have the right to take their right. But Indonesian Constitution is not just like that. They are the Act 2058J that say that we can fight the human right of the person when that person respect to the other human right. And in this case, the corruptor take many people, many society in our country right. So why we have to keep their human right? Our in this act, we know that only people who respect to other people's right that we have to fight their human right. And the second is they said that their solution to didn't use that penalty for corruptor is to use punishment in jail. But Indonesia nowadays until now use the punishment in the jail. But there's no proof that Indonesia success to decrease the number of corruption in Indonesia. If that solution is good solution, Indonesia will success to decrease the number of corruption. But if we take the example of China is the one of country who use that penalty punishment for the corruptor. But they success to use this punishment. They success to decrease the number of corruption about 10% in 10 years. They success, but Indonesia no. We until now we use that punishment. But as we know that our country didn't use this law well. Someone who corrupt until $1 billion rupiah, they only got about 6 months until 5 years. But other countries use the maximum punishment until 35-year punishment in jail. And not all of corruptors get that penalty. Only corruptors who corrupt more than 1 billion. And I didn't get their argument well because what is the connection between student problem in school with this motion, with that penalty in our country? And what is the connection between jobless and the death penalty? They didn't explain it to us more, and we cannot get it clearly. So that's all our argument. And then now can you see that the state can be better if corruption is disappear? While in this real life, how or state money has stolen by corruptor. Now I'm going to add my argument. I will tell you in effectiveness and psychology point of view. First is in the effectiveness point of view. Like I said before, the death penalty is more effective to decrease the number of corruption in Indonesia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks for the chance that has been given to me. I am the third speaker of my team who will strengthen and conclude all of my team's argument. But before that, I would like to rebut some statement from the opposite team. The opposite team say that penalty has violated their human rights. We cannot deny that penalty is inhuman, but it's more inhuman when they tax the other people's human right, like stole our state money and make other problems appear because of it. And besides that, our constitutional judge say that penalty is not contrary with our constitutional or our act. Besides that, the opposite team say that there is other way and more effective than applying that penalty to decrease the number of corruption in our country. But the opposite team didn't give the example about the other way, and there is no real proof about the other way. And besides that, this is a good impact of that penalty. That is the risk that they have gotten. If they care with their family, they will not do the corruption again. Okay, I think that's all my rebuttals. Let me conclude and strengthen all of my team's argument. Ladies and gentlemen, we as affirmative teams really agree with this motion that we should give that penalty for the corruptors. The first reason why we agree with this motion is, in a law point of view, that penalty is the heaviest punishment for someone who does cyber violence. There is some act about cyber violence in Indonesia. That is Act number 31 in 1999 about corruptors' eradication, and then Act number 15 in 2003 about the terrorism, and then Act number 22 about in 1997 about narcotics, and Act number 26 in 2000 about human rights court. So by those examples, we as a government team agreed to give that penalty, especially for the corruptors, because the threat of cyber violence has taken the people's human right, people's right to live, people's safety. So as Indonesian good people, we must support our government rule, especially to apply that penalty for the corruptors. The second reason why we agree with this motion is the effectiveness point of view. We believe that penalty is really effective to decrease the number of corruptors in our country. We can take the example from the other countries that has applied that penalty for the corruptors. Like in China, the number of corruption is decreased, is about 20%, and in Poland, corruptors level is about 1.7%, and in Arab Saudi, corruptors level is about 2.2%. It's proof that penalty is really effective to decrease the number of the corruption, ladies and gentlemen. It is caused by that penalty give a deterrent effect and the psychological effect and shock effect for the other doers, so they will not do the same thing. Besides that, we believe that it's really effective to decrease the number of the corruptors in our country, because we believe that it's really balanced and suitable with what they have done, like stole our state money. And the last point why we agree with this motion is in the economic point of view. That penalty is more save our state money than life sentence, because with life sentence we must spend a lot of our state money for paying the tour and all their needs in the case. Ladies and gentlemen, we as affirmative team is strongly agree with this motion that we should give that penalty for the corruptors to decrease the number of the corruptors in our country, because some basic reason, like I said before.
this motion is agree with this should give that penalty to the workers. But they don't know how about the law, the Indonesian. The Indonesian also important how about the human right. So just only see them doing to character. Don't see the just them doing to character. Why another step for to change the mind? Don't ever to do again to character. So why not they have to stay there? They don't give the solution to them. Just give the statement to be there for to character. And then to follow from the Chinese law. Why not from the Indonesian law? Why not don't be itself? So if we just follow the law from the other country, we are not have the good better law. So just to we are to just distance from the another country, not from the by itself the country. So our team, so please agree with this. They say so agree that penalty for the quarter because they don't give the solution with what happened with the quarter. Like us, X again, why you are not give the solution for the quarter? They just say that's good for that penalty for the quarter. Okay, thank you very much. I got to my point. Go back to my argument. Once again, our team strongly disagree with this motion. This house believes that we should give that penalty to the corruptors. Now, I would like to explain from the human right. You all know what is the main human right? Yes, because the human right is everyone can get it, the human right. Not from the low people, from the high people that say they get from the human right. Don't see them rich or not. That say have the better for life. Firstly, I want to say that that's always the human, like we us, have the better for life. Why them to shoot that penalty for to finish their life? Maybe them have the family to give the better for life. Not maybe not have. I believe that can give another reason for to find a way can give the better from them. Don't get so penalty because our country always do the important from the law. Always the undang-undang dasar, and that's included from the human right. So don't judge them from the corruptor. Maybe them has ever to give from the people around them, give some money from them, give the better from them. So don't judge them doing the corruptor. Maybe them doing to them, let's give the better from the low class or the another class from the down from them. And secondly, once again, don't just think by a cover. If we just think that by a cover, I believe that you are is wrong. You don't know how about this they feel. You just do watch on the television. How about the content? But won't see how about them the life. Maybe just them able to do better. Doing better with the life, or something is better, or more than. I don't know what they will do, but I believe them ever to the good from the life. Work home or the more the job can.
As an opposite team, really didn't agree with the house, the woman wanna pass the man position or wanna pass the man duty in the society or in the real life. But it was contrary with our data that we got that say that someone or the people who got work implementation of feminism or who do the feminism that has gone too far is only about 25%, and about 75% they are still in the right way of feminism itself. And in my argument letter, I will tell you the proof why this data is right. And the second is they see that feminism causes broken home. But in the data that we got, actually the main factor of broken home is not only cause of feminism, but also in the economic or in the financial case and also finance case.